Jacob, two more orgs that made announcements were Envy and Renegades. Envy signing the former now Together We Are Terrific, and Renegades signing the former Big Frames. Shout out to the Canadian on that team whose username is Randy Savage. So every time I talk about them, I will be doing the Randy Savage voice whenever they have good highlighghts. But
you want to give us an example of that right now, by the way?
I don't know what I'm thinking. Ooh, yeah, dig it.
Oh my god.
So, see, the thing is, I can't do it because Emily always flames everything I do that has anything to do with humor. So I'm like, I can't. I don't want to do anything funny anymore.
That's not true.
Envy. Back to Envy for a second, Jacob. This is interesting because Hastro just made a huge announcement, right? He changed to become what, Chief Gaming Officer? I think he has a new role in the company. He is still owner, but Envy's still moving forward with Valorant signing. This is a pretty big signing, actually. Probably one of the bigger ones in terms of free agent signings.
Yeah, I like the Together We Are Terrific signing a lot. Like, I think that this team has a really high upside. You know, I look at some of the teams in the space who transplanted from Counter-Strike, and some of them I have very strong feelings about what their ceilings were in CS, and and it influences my opinion on what they potentially can be in Valorant, right? Because I think some of it, while the game is marginally different, and obviously I don't think skill is 1-to-1, there are some players who just never can make it to the highest level of a game because of other things outside of game. Right, but with this Together We Are Terrific roster, I think they actually have a pretty high ceiling. I think that they were definitely the best unsigned North American team. And I, even FNS, like, he's someone who you hear really great things about everyone he played with in CS. He wasn't always the highest skill player, and he ended up on some teams where obviously like they were incredibly unsuccessful, but nonetheless, like, he's a good team captain and someone that everybody speaks very highly of in the way that he behaves, and that's a good thing. So I'm cool with this signing. I think that the Envy signing is good. The Renegade signing, like, the way I feel about it is like kind of indifferent, right? Like, this is another one of those orgs that, like, they want to be in the space because it's the relevant thing to be in right now in esports, but like, Renegades isn't like super financially well off, right? Like, they're not in the same like funding bracket as Envy and Cloud9 and TSM and some of the others who have jumped into the T1, who have jumped into North American Valorant space so far. So like, Renegades wants to be a part of the conversation, but like, I still don't feel like they're like, this is not something that made me go, oh wow, I'm so excited. It just kind of is whatever. It is what it is.
You
like,
need those teams.
Roster's not bad. Yeah.
So yeah, you need a depth. You need depth. Of
yeah,
teams
they are that team that might upset once in a while, but I think it's fine. Like, they weren't in my top like 12 or 13 or 14 amateur teams, but they're probably top 20.
Shout outs to them using the old Riot Games logo on their announcement graphic, by the way. So.